Hello, everyone. In this episode, we have another young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Today, we have with us Srijanie Banerjee. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Srijanie.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the small introduction. And hello, everyone who is listening. I am Srijani, as sir introduced me, and I'm from India. And I am apparently pursuing my PhD. So, first of all, I want to thank sir for giving me this opportunity. And this is something which is very new, very innovative. First of all, I have never heard about it. And this when sir introduced this to me, I was literally a bit overwhelmed to understand the concept. And whatever documents that he has sent me, I actually took some time to go through it because this initiative is something which I like the most because this is helping the young minds to actually create a profile for them, get a platform where they can speak. To begin with me, I am from the city of Joy, Kolkata, but currently I'm residing in Pune. So, as a young child, my journey was like any one of the others. Have studied from Auxilium Convent, and I have always loved to be into some curricular activities. So, this is a basic trends that Bengalis do have. The Bengali parents actually try to give their children environment where they explore their curriculums along with academics. So, being a bit privileged in that sense, I got the opportunity to learn dancing from a very young age of around 3 years. I used to learn Kathak, and apparently, like as I have learned and have progressed in my life, I then started learning Odissi.
Mhm.
And then, apart from academics, uh, I was never someone who was too much into studies. I love to play. I always wanted to explore something something that is out of the way, like not in the books, but out of the way. So while I was at school, I presented myself for uh, all the school fest that used to happen. And from there, I have this idea that we, as humans, are not only equipped to do something academically, but then we can also do something in our extracurricular curriculums. Uh, so, going from like being from a convent, I always used to see the evening school students coming to for classes for so those from the outskirts of the slums and all. So they used to come and they used to come for the evening classes. Uh, I always wondered that if I could help them in any way. And yes, of course, our principal took that initiative very well, and we started teaching them dancing when we were at school. So after schools, we used to take that small amount of half an hour or 1 hour to teach them dancing. So this was definitely
Wait
going
a
along with
minute.
my
You just said
academics.
we. Who is we?
Okay, yes, yes. So now this is a very good thing. We is my friends at school. Uh, we formed a dance group while at school, and we presented our school and all the inter-school fests. So we comprised of my friends. I can name them also: Amrusha,
Sure.
Shreya, Apsara, of course, young minds, and they are also now well established. Of course, we we are still into dancing. That is something which is more important. So we taught them, we represented our schools, and this was going along with our studies. Apparently, when we are at like I am at, I would say, class 9. uh, again, there comes the big bridge that you need to stop for some time because now you need to focus on your academics a bit more, leave your curriculum a bit to your side, and pursue some good marks, percentage that will be like good for your future. And then my dancing journey just stopped, took a pause for some time. So after completing my plus two, my mother always wanted me to go for medical. And I have prepared myself always to be a doctor. But I feel always destiny have its own way. I always feel that because being from PCM, like I just was thrown into a subject called economics. And the first day at my college, when I was filling up the application form, there was two options in front of me. One is mathematics and the second is economics. Now, I know my potential. I would never have survived with ekdam pure mathematics. I can't. So the only option left was something called economics. And there was this one teacher of mine, English teacher, Chanda Chatterjee, who has always talked about economics, statistics, that someday statistics gonna take up the world. That that was somewhere there around the back end of my mind. And while filling up the form, I didn't choose any other subject. Like I could have gone for biochemistry, microbiology. I just took economics. And that is how I ended up taking a subject which I don't have any idea about. And the first day at class, I was totally awestruck to understand what is demand and supply because the first thing that was taught was the fundamentals, the theory of demand and the theory of supply. And everyone in the class apparently knew what is it. I was the only one who asked the question, "What is it?" And of course, over the years, I have got amazing teachers and mentors who have made me understand that subject so well that I decided to pursue my PhD. Uh, so when I was at college, I was from a very like protective environment. Like I was always protected by my parents. Like I'm going to tuitions with my parents, and like anywhere, wherever I used to go, my mother used to guide me. My father used to stay in Delhi, so she was all the more protective. But when I was at college, I was somehow uh, like exposed to an area where I had to explore myself, starting from the subject, which was very new to me, to how to handle people, to how to go with my daily goals, like going to transportations and everything. So I had to handle everything on my own. Mother was there as a guide, but it was not possible for her to always be with me. So somehow I couldn't make that much friends while I was at college. Uh, it was a very small department. Always we had that fear because being from Calcutta University, there was this fear that we can get supplementary. So I became somehow too much into studies. So I couldn't just explore my college days much. Something would happen, sir, while I was at college. Uh, as soon as I just completed my college, I got a job and I joined Genpact. Um, while I was working, uh, Facebook friend of mine introduced me to an organization called Bhumi. And one fair Sunday, I just went and I just attended their orientation. Trust me, sir, that was a turning point. I absolutely got one thing that I wanted to do for ages. And that is that childhood dream of mine to teach those kids who are underprivileged actually took a shape here. I started teaching, I started my volunteering journey in this phase. And I joined the NGO. I began with a project called D-Step, which firstly dealt with uh, dancing. But Bhumi is an NGO that not only indulges in education, that is a supplemented education that they provide to the underprivileged kids, but also they do something more for them. They organize inter-orphanage fests. They that is both in arts is in literary, in other curricular activities, and also in sports. That is something which actually made me realize that I can be of a greater help. So I took up the challenges of coordinatorship. So now I'm now not only teaching 10 kids, but I am taking care of a lot of groups of people. Like throughout the city of Kolkata, we have a lot of shelter homes, and I am looking after them. And that is something which was very good. And bringing those 500 smiling faces to one place and organizing and fest for them was something that I loved the most. I mean, I did it. I was on stage someday when I was a child, and now when I could bring them and they were performing, I was actually uh, retrieving my childhood days. I used to become nostalgic there. And somehow, from like Bhumi has become my then like somehow Bhumi became my extended family. And I started volunteering, being with them. Always like my Saturday Sundays used to be full packed with those kids. And parallelly with my job, I was working for Bhumi. And then suddenly it did happen that one fine day my mother came to me and said that why don't you pursue post graduation? Even like she's a teacher, and she wanted me to pursue higher education, not just stop in graduation. So again, I have only one option left now to pursue it in economics, and I just went and applied in Ravindra Bharati University for my post graduation. So now I have two things. Now I have my post graduation. I left my job, which I definitely didn't want to leave because from a very young age I had this thought process of earning money. I always have this feeling कि, if I am earning good, it is giving me a decent standard of living. That's it. So even if it is graduation, it didn't matter to me. I wanted to work. But then I took a halt. Of course, I listened to my parents and then I took up my post graduation. This is the place where I could understand what I actually want from economics as a subject. I wanted, uh, as I already mentioned, I am not someone who could understand hardcore mathematics that much, but I was, uh, I was introduced to econometrics, which is this combination of economics and statistics, and that is something which I love the most. I mean, I understood that I started loving coding. I started uh, liking those quantitative datas, the numbers. I'm starting to become a bit good with numbers. So can't say more about what I like, but then yeah, I got a bit inclined towards it, and I completed my post graduations apparently with economics from uh, RBU. And the year I completed my post graduation is the biggest, I mean, it is a worthwhile mentioning year because the COVID hit. And of course, again, you are left with no other option. There was so much of unemployment, work from home culture, the companies were not hiring. Placement was not taking place a lot. I still remember, and I'm someone who is very precautious about things. I get feared about everything that I do. So as soon as COVID struck, I am at my home, logged for exactly 6 months. I didn't even get out of my home. Whatever used to happen there, I used to be like at home. The only thing that kept us going during those times was Bhumi, because uh, we somehow planned something online for those kids. So what we were doing offline as for like bringing all the kids together and organizing the fest for them, we converted it into online mode. But it was not that grand. Grand in the sense is now we have one event that whole of India is celebrating. So that is what we could do from the technological point of view, like Zoom, and thanks to Zoom, at that point of time, we actually bought all the shelter homes from all the uh, corners of India, and we were conducting events for them. It was a two-way process. It was a sort of enjoyment for those kids, and it was an enjoyment for us as a volunteers, uh, to recreate, to relax from all the negativities that was going around. So starting from planning and executing them, it was a big thing that we were organizing over the weekends. So 2 years this COVID struck, and what exactly happened was to me was, uh, I didn't get a job. Of course, after my PhD, I was sorry, after my postdoctorate, I am sorry. After my postgraduate, I was trying a lot to get into corporates, and I didn't get through it. So one day, one of my friends just asked me to try for like for my for PhD, for research. So I didn't have any idea about how to start with it. I didn't even wanted to get into research, but I just explored. So in India, we have it like we have a lot of entrance examinations for going through the process of PhD. And apparently I appeared on them, and I got selected. And there begins my journey of uh, my PhD. So I'm doing PhD from Symbiosis, and my guide is Dr. Manhi Sinha, and he's someone who actually uh, guided and mentored me how to go through the journey of research, starting from how to write a concept note, how to read a paper, and how to write a paper. Every step has been taken care by him, and somehow uh, economics has become very meaningful to me. Now, when I just look back at my family tree, I I just got to know that my grandfather was at SBI, and he was the auditor of SBI. And my father has been also in commerce. And somehow I was like, I was meant to be in economics and commerce and not as something related to science. So when today I stand and look back, I feel that it was meant to happen. That's why it happened. It didn't happen just like that. It's not like a one-day process. How much my mother want me to pursue doctorate, like MBBS, and be a doctor and serve the people. Maybe that was not meant to happen, because I am sure I would have fainted seeing blood. Because that is something which I can't even tolerate now. How would I have gone for a surgery or gone for any other procedures? So it was meant to happen. That's why it happened, and uh, it made me feel now, as I am moving towards my journey in PhD, that I can be more good to the society. So my topic deals with central bank digital currency towards inducing financial inclusion. And this word financial inclusion has actually given me the opportunity to to go and explore a bit of rural India, to go to various places and to to see how the marginalized sections, the um, rural India looks like, and how they are taking banking as a matter of financial inclusion. So when we go to a very, like we go for data collection to the rurals, we ask ki why you are not using banks. A lot of people say that they believe in the informal modes of savings. They prefer gold over keeping their cash in bank. Earning interest is a different concept for them. Like, what is interest? It is not that they are not earning much. It is not that they don't have sufficient amount of savings. It is just they lack in that literacy. And when you make them understand that this can be beneficial to you, at a certain point of time, they do understand. And of course, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has actually brought a lot of people because now the woman receives the remittances. And the incentives of remittances actually make them open the bank account. And that makes them financially included. However, the bank accounts are dormant, they are underbanked. So now, when India is moving towards digitalization, we want them to use their bank accounts, to use their digital wallets. The concept of central bank digital currency is very wide, and inducing of financial inclusion under central bank digital currency is very much important because we will need the role of banks to be very actively incorporated with the citizens so that it becomes a substitute of cash. Of course, it is in the pilot phase as of now, but if in future we need to adopt it, we need to create an environment just like UPI where they get they get they get an environment where it is very user friendly, there is a ease of transaction, and they adopt it so that we can bring not only financial inclusion but adopt CBDC as a substitute of cash. Uh, so now talking about my research is not something which I wanted to actually, but when I have just gone to this parts of India and have just explored and talked with these people, I somehow felt that like the teachings that I have gone through over the years, like starting from my school where I used to just teach a small group of students, small groups of, I won't even say students, they were like my brothers and sisters because they were like, I am in class 8, they are in class 4. So they are just like my brothers and sisters to running an organization at a city level as a chapter support team for Bhumi made me now realize that I need to do a bit more, and I can cater to these parts of the society so that they become independent, financially independent. They they are financially independent, financially included into the society, and create bigger impact. So it all fell into places, and I just somehow got along with the flow of my life's event, and I'm just continuing my PhD, hoping to complete soon. In the meantime, my contribution in Bhumi actually gave me recognized me as a Trailblazer Awardee for an exceptional work that I have done in Kolkata. And Bhumi is present in all the cities. So, along with my PhD journey, I am continuing my work of volunteering, and I feel great pleasure, a sense of relief that I get the privilege the to be with them, to be a mean of one smiling face, even if it is one, it matters to me a lot. So yes, life is going on like that. And if young adults, since it's a show on youth, so if young adults wants to pursue PhD, they should go more into it. Trust me, I'm not a very like bright student, not that first benchers, not the first student of the class. Very mediocre, just going on in my life's journey. And uh, if you wish for it, if things fall together, you will definitely go into this journey, whatever you want to pursue. That's it from my side.
Okay, thank you so much, Srijani. At the beginning you told me you talk very less, but you have talked quite a bit. And my
Yes.
hunch is right. That's why I started this channel. The young people have a lot on their minds. They just don't get a chance to talk about it. That's why they think they talk less. But given a chance, they do talk. So I'm so glad you have told us so many things about yourself and Bhumi and your interests. It's a very, very good combination, I would say. I mean, I would say you are the face of young India. Uh, you know, Privileged, and you recognize that you are privileged, and you are not misusing that privilege. You are using it well to get ahead, to be more productive, and to do things for yourself and for others. This is what we need. I keep people ask me, what should I do? I said, listen, the time of sacrifice was for our grandfathers, your grandfathers and grandmothers. That is over now. We are now better off country, but we are all not better off. And we cannot keep just saying that, look, the government should do this, the government should do it, because there's a limit. And we are ourselves able to do a lot. Okay. And let me say to you now, and we can talk about very briefly two things, and then we can talk about that offline. First, there is an NGO called FEA India, um, and feaindia.org, and they are doing excellent work, and I support them a lot. They take students, young people who are 18 to 25, who couldn't get a good education because their parents are low income. But they've still managed to get education, and they are very motivated and hardworking, and FEA gives them 1 year of free health training, etc., how to speak English better, how to get a job, how to do this, how to do that. And FEA also has them, there's nobody in their area or their mohalla or family who's successful, put it bluntly. Okay. So they have no idea what is success. Other people who are successful don't talk to them. So they are complete strangers to what is success, what is failure, they don't know. So FEA puts them in touch with mentors like me, and we have 5 video sessions with one group. uh, 18 to 20, 18 to 25, there will be 20 students or 20 young people at a time, and they have a teacher. And we just talk to them, and we just answer their questions and so on. And one of my friends and I, we decided to do two things. FEA has a very clear structure. You have to teach this for 15 minutes. This, said, forget it. We need to do what these young people want.
Yes.
Is better rather than talking to them. Let's listen to them, basically, like I'm listening to you, right? Let's
Yes.
listen to them. Let's see what this group wants. What is it? Don't come with a ready-made formula to push down their throat, but let's listen to them. And we made two changes. One was we added young people, younger than you also, as guests in our sessions. Okay. So that we have only 5 sessions with one group. Okay. We added guests so that they get a broader view. And we also added BA third year college girls from Delhi whom I was in touch with, as part of college, to give some lectures and so on. And then FA said, oh, what are these young people you are bringing? I said, listen, they are the same age as those people. They can talk directly to them.
Yes.
So that they can understand each other better. So, of course, FEA knows that these guys are doing good work, so they don't stop us. Okay. The other thing was that, these girls in that class, they are suffering from some patriarchy, some degree of patriarchy. Okay. Not you who are not suffering, but they are suffering. Their traditional backgrounds, some degree of patriarchy, some more, some less. And for us, it was very clear that my friend, who is also my age, that look, they don't relate on a gut level to us. Because
Yes.
we are like the grandfathers, and the grandfathers are the patriarchy. So how can they relate to us?
Yes.
So we need to have some women with us so that they can
Mhm.
talk directly to these girls at a gut level. And my wife also used to do, and I would hear my wife challenging those girls, hey, why don't you do it? But if I challenge
Mhm.
that girl, she will say no. She will just shut up, because she's not
Yes.
got that cultural habit of listening to, she will just
Yes.
keep quiet. But to my wife, she will
Mhm.
have back and forth. So we said, no, this is
Yes.
not, we can't do it. So we invite girls also. And I'd very much love to have you join those sessions, and we will discuss the details offline.
Sure.
Okay. Because
Anytime.
very easy. You just come, no preparation needed. Whatever is the topic that is going on, it is about how to navigate this, how to navigate that in life, how to do this, how to do that. They have
Mhm.
nobody to turn to. Okay.
Yes.
They're very hardworking.
Uh,
All
just
of
be,
them.
they are actually very hardworking.
Uh,
Now that you told about a session, I just recall an incident. So while I was teaching, I was teaching dancing in Kolkata, I had the privilege of taking these kids to one of the competitions, and they were like invited as a guest in one of the reputed colleges of Calcutta, and they performed there. So what a big achievement for them. And again, there was this another group of two, three girls, I still remember. They didn't wanted to study at all. And when their parents asked what they want to do, or even the senior supervisors of those orphanages and of those, it was not an orphanage, it was a community center. So when they asked what they want to do, they never said, but somehow they just got attached with us and they said they want to be a makeup artist. And today they are actually working in one of the most reputed salons of Calcutta, of India, I would say, in
okay.
the Calcutta branch.
Okay.
So
Wonderful.
yes, they do just like they do become very close to young people. Of course, that time I was also young,
Yeah,
so I
but
could gel with
still,
them a bit well.
okay. So good. I'll talk to you about it offline. But since other
Sure.
people are listening, let me also announce one other thing that 3 years ago I had written a book, India 2047, and in it was a recommendation that we should develop India's small towns. And of course, no one was going to do it, so I decided that I will form an NGO in India that will do it. So right now, 1 week ago, there is an NGO. It has a very long name, Ecotech Innovators Lift Up Foundation. Okay.
Okay.
And it is about, we have selected 3 states, West Bengal, Odisha, and Rajasthan. We have defined small town to mean 1 lakh population in 2011 census. And our role or mission is to create jobs and increase incomes in these places so that people from the villages who are leaving the village don't have to go, say, to Kolkata, Asansol, and Durgapur. They can go to the nearby district headquarters where we create. So we have made 4 visits to Birbhum. Is Rabindra where was it located? In Kolkata, where you did your MA?
I have done from Rabindra Bharati University. It was in Kolkata, yes,
Oh,
Jorashako
Kolkata.
Thakurbadi.
Okay. Because that
Yes,
Birbhum district, Bolpur is the railway
yes,
station
Bolpur. Oh,
to
yes, yes, yes.
Shantiniketan. But
Shanti Niketan.
the district headquarters is Shuri. So not
Okay.
Bolpur. Bolpur is the railway
Yes.
station. So we are made 4 visits to Shuri and Bolpur, and we will have a
Mhm.
program there to create jobs and increase incomes. And we
Okay.
would very much love to have you. And we are going to be there for 25 years. We don't have a 3-year plan, 5-year plan, nothing. Make this
Mhm.
place all, and we will cover all such small towns in West Bengal, which in Odisha, Rajasthan at least, which are not growing
Mhm.
well right now, but there's an
Mhm.
opportunity.
Yes.
But we also recognize that this is what I call as a short-run objective. There are 18 years old, they're looking for a job, get them gold. But
Mhm.
who's training them when they're young? Not us. We are not
Yes.
looking at. So we are inviting other NGOs to come to
Mhm.
our towns and work independently of us so that we
Okay.
throw the full spectrum of knowledge and technology and art and culture at these towns. You understand what
Yes.
I'm saying? That let's make
Yes.
these towns modern, Why just jobs? Jobs can
Huh.
also be, we are going to teach AI, ML, so on to the people who are motivated there through remote.
Mhm.
But I'm saying that, look, somebody should come for health, somebody should come for education, somebody should
Yes.
come for art, dance. So if Bhumi is interested, and you are pretty senior in Bhumi now, we would love to have we'd love to have Bhumi come into all the district headquarter towns that we will operate in,
All
independently of
right.
us, not under our control, not under our thumb, nothing. It is like, what children do when they are 2 years old, two of them are there, they parallel play. They don't play with
Yes.
each other, they do parallel. This is what I call parallel play. That you please come, you do your own thing. You are teaching dance to young people, teach dance, right?
Sure.
And if
Yes.
you are saying I can do health for 3 year olds, 5 years old, do that, right? Don't
Yes.
don't just focus. See, India is focused on villages and large cities. And large cities, we
Yes.
either look at metro or we look at garbage collection or we try to help slum children. All very good. But we
Hmm.
are missing these small towns. And this is big mistake, because now what happens is, if we are a young person in Bihar, there's a job you can do in Bangalore, okay, in
Hmm.
Swiggy, Zomato, whatever. Now you are
Yes.
so far from your family that your family can never come to see you, because they are in a village. Where will they go? To the
Yes.
railway station, take a train of 30 hours to go to Bangalore, and then in Bangalore you have a place so small your parents can't live with you. And if your parents happen to fall ill, it will take you 1.5 days to reach there.
Hmm.
So you are tearing the families apart. It's
Yes.
crazy. Why? Because you don't create jobs within, I'd say, within 200 kilometers. 200 kilometers is a bus ride in India today.
Yeah.
You can get there the same day if you want. There are buses, you can go by bus. Same day you will reach. At least you can talk to your parents. This is, you can get there in case that some family need is there, you can get there. so we
Yes.
so we are looking to see how we can develop these small towns. So Medinipur, I think, it will be our second town in West Bengal. We are looking for the third one. As I said, we have made 4 visits. I'm not a practical guy. Okay, I'm sitting here in Washington. I don't do practical. I think. Okay, I don't do practical things. But now this is moving from theory to practice. Okay, so we have a 6 point work plan. Uh, we also include women. One of our plans is, I asked that what is the good food item that you are so proud of in Shuri? Okay, that you think
Hmm.
anybody who comes here should eat it. We go to India someplace, they say, hey, you've come here, you must eat this at least, right? It's
It
normal,
does. Yes.
right? So they
And
say,
I
oh,
think every place has got their unique something.
right. So what I
Every place
said
in
is,
India.
look, what is it unique? They say we make very good morabba. I say very good. We will teach you with the help of a women's cooperative. We will form a women's cooperative here. There are so many people who know how to form a women's cooperative. It's nothing new.
Yes.
We can find somebody who will teach you, and they have Wi-Fi, so it's possible to show by video also.
Yes.
That we will set up a women's cooperative. We will help you get money. Government also gives money, so we can help you set up a processing factory, make it system, and then make it hygienically, and we will help you market. Because you go to Bolpur is 1.5 hours by bus. From Bolpur,
Yes.
the train is there to everywhere, because everybody wants to go to Shantiniketan in West Bengal. So there is a train everywhere from Bolpur. So what is the problem? We can market it in Durgapur,
Different
Asansol,
plans.
anywhere. Even North Bengal, the train is there, no? Because the train
Yes.
goes
Yes.
from Bolpur
Straight.
to
Yes.
Jalpaiguri.
Intercity.
Yeah, it goes to Jalpaiguri. So we
It
can
is.
market it
Yes.
everywhere. So that is one. So whatever it is, our approach is very local. Okay, go there and ask
Hmm.
what. So I'd very much like to get people like you. You're talking inclusion. Now, this is going to be your professional side if you can help us. And we are there 25 years, so we are not saying do now. Okay. At some point, whenever you have the time, energy, skill, whatever, so we will form a group of supporters. Okay.
Sure.
And the supporters, we will tell them just one thing, that whenever you think you can help us, you help us. In whatever way, whether it is in Odisha, Rajasthan, West Bengal, doesn't matter to us. You just help us. And if you can take Bhumi to Rajasthan, wonderful. Because Rajasthan also, so many dances are there. Folk, I'm from
Yes.
Rajasthan. The folk dances are there also, and Odisha, of course, also folk. So folk dances are there everywhere, no?
Odisha has got the classical dance also, the
Yeah.
Odissi.
Yes, I know. So you
Yes.
can go
Mhm.
there and, of course, we are not in the big towns. Huh? We are in Raigada, which is a district headquarters in the
Mhm.
southern part of Odisha. It's tribal. It's very different. Okay.
Mhm.
But that way, we are not going to have the same thing in from West Bengal to Odisha to Rajasthan. We are going to say, this is what is working here. But dance
Yes.
works everywhere. Dance is universal. This is what
Dance and music
they are
both
everywhere.
acts as a therapies and it is there everywhere. It's the
It is,
cultural way.
yeah. So, okay. So let me stop talking. This is what I want to tell you after hearing what you have to say, that look, we would very much like to have your support on the economic side of creating jobs and
Yes.
increasing incomes, and financial inclusion is very close to my heart. And I don't only go for financial inclusion in terms of people having bank accounts. I want to deliver debt and equity to small businesses.
Yes. That
To
is what is
me,
more important.
it's more important to have debt and
Yes.
equity to small businesses so that they can grow in our towns.
Sure.
Okay, so this is my agenda, and I am trying to enroll as many young people as I can, because hopefully, like Amul is 75 years old, I would like ecotech to be around in 2100 when even your grandchildren might be there. If you have any. So we would like to set it up so that, we can be there for at least till 2050 to celebrate the 100th independence year. I don't know what my situation will be. I think I'll not be mentally alive, but right now I am. So I'd very much love to get your help as a supporter. And that we can talk about. Let's talk offline now. Let's end this recording, and we
Sure,
have
sir.
a few minutes left. So thank you so much, Srijani. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Same here, likewise.
let's end it. Okay. Thank you so much. But stay online. Okay.
Yes, yes.